Welcome back to another episode of the Hello Sis Dorsey podcast. Are you struggling right now to make a decision to stay at your 9 to 5? That's exactly what we're going to talk about in today's episode, so let's get right to it. Number one, let me guess, money is bothering you. Yes, I get it. That's why it's so important to save. How much money do you really need per month to pay bills, food, stay afloat, and have a few of those wants as well? That's so important because a lot of times we're like, I need to make 10K or I need to make $20,000 a month. Okay, so that means that your bills is $20,000 a month. That's a lot. You need to seek therapy. Okay, really. But if you're like, oh no, my bills is only like maybe $1,500 a month, including you paying for medical, maybe $2,000. Some mortgages, I get it 100%. Some people mortgages, especially here in California, is probably like $3,500 or more a month. I get it. So you need to see how much money you really need in the bank in order to save. That's bills, food, fun stuff. You're not going to be going to a 9 to 5, or maybe you probably would transition into another 9 to 5. Not exactly sure what your plan is, but this is if you want to like completely leave altogether, do your own thing, or just maybe take some months off from work, from the 9 to 5 in general. Look at how much you truly need. Number two, check the head trash. What will people think? What will people say? I really need to be here because medical. Yeah, that's true, but you can get it on your own. Or what else? What else? Sorry, I love talking in that voice because that is the mental head trash. I'm going to talk about this a little bit later, but it is so many different things you can do out there that doesn't involve you going to make somebody else rich. Come on now. You can make your own self rich. We'll talk about that in a minute. Number three, tap into your support system in your household, your spouse, your parent. Talk to them. And I've said it before and I say it over and over again. The only people that matter in your decision is the people who your decision is going to affect and no one else. That's your spouse. If you're living with your parent, I live with my mom. Okay, my mom supported me 100%. Number four, understand we are living in a different time. Okay, access to money is more so than 25 years ago. Gigs, online businesses, food trucks, TikTok shops, Instagram shops. It is so many ways to sell your stuff and become your own entrepreneur. That's what I actually wrote, to sell your own stuff and become your own entrepreneur. It is so many different ways. And if you're stuck on, well, what am I going to do? What do I like to do? You know, people say, do what you're passionate about. I beg to differ, because your passion will become your purpose in the long run. Let me repeat that. Your passion will become your purpose in the long run. You cannot identify your passion right now. That I'm probably going to get a lot of, I don't want to say hate. I'm probably going to get a lot of reviews that say, Candace, you don't know what you're talking about. I do want to know what I'm talking about. But your passion is later on, because you don't even know who you are. How can you be passionate about something when you don't even know who you are? I'm passionate about helping people, yes. And then in a couple of weeks, you're going to be like, I can't stand working with this person. That's not your passion. Okay? I'm passionate about serving the, the unhoused community or the homeless community. And then someone come up to you and push you, or they arguing, they fussing, cussing at you while you in the community, and you're like fussing at them, and you're like, this is it, I'm done. That's not your passion. Okay? So you really need to check that, to be honest with you. I'm on my soapbox. I beg to differ. What's that word? I digress. So I'm going to get off my soapbox for a minute. All right. I'm really fired up about this topic. So, yeah, we're living in a different time. You do what you know how to do. I'm going to repeat that. Do what you know how to do. Or do something that you always wanted to try doing and just test it out. See if you could do it. Like, for me, I haven't really perfected making soap. I want to make soap just for me and my mom, some special soap for us. I have all the stuff. I have all the stuff to make the soap. It's down there in the garage somewhere. And I'm like, oh, I really need to do it. Probably will do it soon. But that's something that I've always wanted to know how to do. But to say I'm passionate about making soap, no. I'm not passionate about that. I'm not passionate about anything at the moment. The only thing I'm passionate about right now is making sure I'm doing what I need to do for the kingdom, for the glory of God. That's it. That is passion right there. That's what I'm passionate about. But this other stuff, I just try it, test it out. Oh, I like doing this. Let's see what happens after that, So really check that, okay? All right. So to wrap up, this, number one, I know money is bothering you. That's why it's so important to save. Number two, check your head trash. You need to clean that out. Number three, tap into your support system, your spouse, household. Remember, the only people opinions that matter are the people who the decision is going to affect. Think about that. Remember that. Understanding that we are living in a different time. This is number four. Understand that we are living in a different time. And access to money is more so than it was 25 years ago. You got the gigs. You got the online businesses, food trucks, TikTok shops. All the many different ways to make money and become your own entrepreneur is available to you in 2024. Alrighty, so if you like this episode, definitely DM me on Instagram at csdorsey_hello. I will link those up in the show notes. Let me know how you like this episode. Let me know what else you want to learn. Totally thinking about doing a workshop. Let me know if that's something that you want to be a part of. I would love to hear your opinion. Until the next episode, you take care. Bye.